I think autism, just like Alzheimer's, there may be several underlying conditions that lead to what we would call the phenotype of autism.
Autism has increased dramatically over the years. There's a big debate of what's causing this, and there's obviously correlations, there's causations, there's the testing of this, and maybe we're just testing a little bit too loosely around this, but we went from 1 in 10,000 in 1970 to 1 in 1,000 in 1995 to 1 in 32 in 2022. The press conference, Freeberg, was a little spicy and unique, performative, maybe were some of the criticisms, but there's a real issue here. And why don't you take us through it and educate us so we can kind of get to reality? Because the press is having a field day with this, obviously, on both sides.
I think autism, just like Alzheimer's, there may be several underlying conditions that lead to what we would call the phenotype of autism. That is what we all observe as autism. It's considered a spectrum disorder. There's many different variations of it. There may actually be many different underlying conditions or underlying drivers, biological drivers, that are causing it. So I think it's pretty clear that our modern world, in the last couple of decades, there's a cumulative effect of environmental exposures that children are getting, whether it's microplastics, whether it's chemicals in the food, whether it's just the environmental exposure in the air related to small molecules, whether it's related to other things we're putting in our body. Every one of these things, the way to think about it is maybe if it has a positive effect, it might increase your chance of autism by 0.05%. And then another thing might increase your chance by 0.07%, and so on and so forth. And so when you add up all the things in our environment, there may be a cumulative effect that has a result in different underlying conditions in our body that may result in what looks like things that we call autism, one specific thing. And I think that's very important.